everyone. I'm Johna, so excited to be at Diu Channel.
I'm Sheng. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I'm the principal. Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to talk about some fun topics. Let's dive into American political jokes.
First off, have you heard about the politician who promised to fix potholes? He said he'd fill every gap in the road. Turns out he just started a new tax loophole instead.
Oh, that's classic. Reminds me of the time a senator tried to explain inflation. He said, prices are going up because people keep buying things. Like, no kidding.
Speaking of senators, I heard one tried to pass a bill to ban too much rain. When asked why, he said, "My golf game keeps getting ruined."
That's nothing compared to the mayor who wanted to rename the city after himself. The vote failed. Turns out even his own family voted against it.
Huh. What about the presidential candidate who forgot his own policy during a debate? He said, it's the one with the good stuff, right?
Oh, I know that one. And then his team tried to spin it as being flexible. Flexible my foot, he just forgot.
Have you seen the politician who posts selfies at every disaster? Last week, there was a flood, and he was there taking photos with a smoothie in his hand.
Unreal. Another one. A congressman complained about wasteful spending. Then it came out he spent $10,000 on a new office couch.
The couch was for important meetings, he said. Yeah, important meetings where he takes naps.
Let's talk about political ads. Why do they all sound the same? I'm a regular person who loves America, and my opponent is terrible.
Exactly. And they always show footage of them shaking hands with farmers, even if they've never set foot on a farm.
I once saw an ad where a politician was wearing overalls and holding a pitchfork. Later, someone found out he bought the overalls just for the ad and had no clue how to use the pitchfork.
That's gold. What about when politicians argue on TV? It's like two kids fighting over a toy, but with fancier words.
My plan is better. No, my plan is better. Then they both forget to explain what their plans actually are.
And don't get me started on committee meetings. They talk for hours and accomplish nothing, like a really boring party with no snacks.
Oh, snacks would make it better. Imagine a committee meeting with pizza. Maybe they'd actually agree on something.
Probably not. They'd argue over pepperoni versus cheese first.
True. Another joke. A politician said he'd end gridlock in Washington. 6 months later, he was the one causing the gridlock because he didn't like the other party's tie.
That's so silly. Have you heard about the mayor who banned plastic straws, then was seen using one at a fast food restaurant?
He said it was a special biodegradable straw. Turned out it was the same one everyone else uses.
Politicians love their special exceptions, don't they? Rules are for everyone else, not them.
Let's shift to political scandals. Why are they always so weird? One time, a senator was caught stealing a pen from the Capitol. A pen.
He said it was a souvenir. Yeah, a souvenir he stole. The Capitol sells those pens in the gift shop for $5.
He heard another one. A congressman lied about his college degree. He said he graduated from Harvard. Turns out he went to a community college for 1 semester.
Yikes. And when he got caught, he said, "I meant to say I visited Harvard once."
That's a bad lie. Worse than the politician who said he spoke to a crowd of 10,000 people, but the venue only holds 500.
He blamed it on a crowd math. Crowd math? More like, I can't count math.
What about when politicians talk about the American people? Do they even know who the American people are?
Probably not. They think the American people are the ones who donate to their campaigns.
Sad but true. Another joke. A presidential candidate promised to lower taxes for everyone. Then his tax plan only helped people who make over $1 million.
Surprise, surprise. He said, everyone will benefit eventually. Eventually meaning never.
Have you seen the politician who cries during speeches? Every time he talks about healthcare, he gets teary, even when he's talking about his own vacation home.
Fake tears. I once saw him laughing backstage 2 minutes after his emotional speech.
That's cold. What about political debates where they avoid questions? What about climate change? Well, let's talk about my opponent's haircut.
So annoying. They never answer the question. They just talk about something else.
It's like playing a game of dodgeball, but with words. And they're really good at dodging.
Let's talk about lobbyists. A lobbyist for candy companies tried to convince a senator that candy is a health food. The senator almost believed it.
Because the lobbyist gave him a lifetime supply of chocolate. Who wouldn't be convinced?
Exactly. Another one. A lobbyist for fast food chains said burgers are good for your heart. The senator said, prove it. So the lobbyist gave him a free burger.
That's not proof. But hey, free burger is free burger.
True. What about the politician who said he'd reduce government waste? Then he hired his cousin to be his senior advisor, and the cousin does nothing.
Nepotism at its finest. The cousin's job is to keep him company, he said. Yeah, company while he watches TV in his office.
Have you heard about the mayor who wanted to build a new stadium? The city was broke, but he said, it'll bring in tourists. Turns out no one came.
Now the stadium is just a really big parking lot, with no cars.
That's a waste of money. Another joke. A congressman complained about too much regulation. Then he tried to regulate how much ketchup people put on their hot dogs.
Ketchup regulation? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
He said, too much ketchup ruins the hot dog. Everyone told him to mind his own business.
Good for them. Politicians should stop worrying about ketchup and start worrying about real problems.
Speaking of real problems, have you seen the politician who said he'd solve homelessness? Then he built a fancy hotel for himself instead of homeless shelters.
Unbelievable. He said the hotel was for official visits. Official visits where he sleeps in a king-size bed.
That's just wrong. Another joke. A senator tried to pass a bill to make his favorite sports team the official state team. The other teams were not happy.
Of course they weren't. He said, they're the best team. Even though they lost most of their games.
Bias much? What about the politician who forgot the name of the state he represents? He said, it's the one with the mountains or beaches, maybe both.
That's embarrassing. He's supposed to represent the state, and he can't even remember its name.
Let's talk about political tweets. Why do politicians tweet so much nonsense? One time, a senator tweeted, "Good morning. The sky is blue." Like, thanks for the update.
And then they delete tweets when they make a mistake. Remember the one who tweeted the wrong country's name? He deleted it 10 minutes later, but everyone already saw it.
Yeah, deletion doesn't make it go away. The internet remembers everything, even bad tweets.
Have you heard about the mayor who had a pet parrot? The parrot started repeating his campaign slogans. Then it started repeating his secret complaints about the city council.
Oh no. The mayor tried to keep the parrot quiet, but it was too late. Everyone knew his secrets.
That parrot is a hero. Another joke, a presidential candidate said he'd unite the country. Then he called his supporters the real Americans, and everyone else enemies.
Unity, my eye. That's the opposite of unity.
Exactly. He just wanted to divide people so they'd vote for him.
Politicians love doing that. Divide and conquer, except they're not very good at the conquer part.
What about the politician who said he